Here's Multi and welcome to the 29th, 30th episode of the season series where we go through every NHL team in their alphabetical order. Now it's time for the second last team in the NHL, which is Washington Capitals in the alphabets. If you have enjoyed these episodes, be sure to leave a like, check the previous episodes if you haven't checked them already. And in these episodes we take a closer look at the team's Wikipedia page, their possible roster, which includes some of the trades that they've made and some free agent signings possibly. And at the end, the possible prospects that may come to their team in the future, and also the conclusion, will they make the playoffs? So without further ado, let's get started. So here's the team's Wikipedia page. Washington Capitals play in the Eastern Conference in the Metropolitan Division, and they were founded in 1974. They won 0 Stanley Cups, 1 Conference Championship in 97-98, and I'm not sure who are the best legends that they have. Of course, well, Olaf Golzik was pretty unique goalie for them, I think. And at the moment, a living legend, a future Hall of Famer in my eyes in Alexander Ovechkin, one of the better goal scorers in the whole league, and maybe Peter Pandra as well was pretty solid for them. And I've always enjoyed the appearance of their kits. It's pretty unique and it's got great colors. But this is the team's season by season record from the 5 past seasons. They've made it to the playoffs 4 times and once haven't qualified. The best that they've made is to the semifinals. They've made it that 3 times and once they've lost in the first round. But last season, the regular season, 41 wins, 26 losses and 11 OT losses, and they lost to the conference semifinals to the New York Rangers, that then ended up losing to the Tampa Bay Lightning, and they were second in the Metropolitan Division. I think this team's got great potential, as we can see from the past. They are used to be going to the playoffs, but now let's take a look at the players that may give the team that same chance. As usual, I picked players and you can have an impact on the players if you leave a comment down below the player that I should choose. But here we go. Andrei Burakovsky, I think last season was his rookie season. Very promising Swedish left winger. I think he didn't have his breakthrough season for every NHL fans, but I think he's got great potential to be team's top 2 player. Another Swedish. I think Burakovsky is Swedish. He's born in Austria. Okay, never mind. Johnson, also left winger. He is definitely from Sweden. Pretty similar to Burakovsky's play. Then Evgeny Kuznetsov, another solid Russian goal scorer. There isn't that many goal scorers on the center spots that are Russian. Maybe another would be Evgeny Malkin of the Pittsburgh Penguins. But Kuznetsov has got loads of more potential for the future. So hopefully we will see him on the form that he had on his KHL time. TJ Oshie, TJ Sochi, many call him, when he scored I think 4 shootout goals against Russia in the 2014 Sochi Olympics. Last season played for St. Louis Blues, but I think then he got traded to the Washington Capitals. I'd like to see how he will perform next season. And in this list, I think is missing a pretty solid player for them in Nicklas Backstrom. I'm not sure why he isn't on the roster on forwards. Is he injured or what? I don't know, but he's been playing with this Alexander Ovechkin, who we'll take a closer look later on. for many years and has been pretty solid for them, scoring loads of points and giving loads of those assists for Ovechkin's goals. As I've said about Ovechkin, living legend in my eyes, has got one of the better slap shots and likes to use it a lot. There isn't that many players that shoot that many times as Ovechkin, but if you've got a shot like Ovechkin, why you then shouldn't use it? Justin Williams, I'm not gonna take a closer look at him, but I think he was the most valuable player in the playoffs a couple seasons ago when the Los Angeles Kings won the Stanley Cup. And then their defense, Karl Alsner, has made his way to the NHL. He's been pretty solid for them. I think they've got a great defense there. John Carlson last season definitely got to the one of the best defensemen in the whole league. I think he was in the first line. I think he played with Karl Alsner there. He's an offensive and defensive player. I think the best about their team's defensemen are that they've got like every player on this list can play either role, offense and defense. Maybe not some, but the most of them at least. Same can be said about Matt Niskanen. Also very good on the defense side, but a little bit better on the offensive side. I'm not sure has he got that family in Finland, I'm not sure. Dmitry Orlov, Russian promising defensive player, and then their goalie, definitely their starting goalie in Braden Holtby, and some challenging Jan Ellis and Philip Grubauer. But Andrei Burakovsky is the first player that I'll take a look. 23rd overall in the 2013 entry draft first round. Last season at his first season, 22 points. Has got more potential, I think, for 30-40 score. I think he's a Swedish player, even though he's born in Austria. As we can see from his previous years, he has played loads of time in the Swedish junior leagues, so that's what I'm thinking. And on his every other year, very solid, was 87 points, but now he needs to get his NHL career on the right way. Marcus Johnson, Swedish, 24th overall in the 09 entry draft last season, got 47 points. I think he's a 20-25 goal scorer for the team in the future. I think he'll play in the second line, maybe with Evgeny Kuznetsov. So that will be interesting to see. 50-point score on his highest potential. Kuznetsov, 26th overall, 2010 entry draft by the Capitals. Last season got 37 points on his rookie season, it seems. He's 33 years old, so he's got lots of time to develop. But I think in the future he will be a 50-point scorer like Johnson as well. TJ Oshie, this seems the trade that included to the Oshie going to the Capitals. Has played in two teams for St. Louis, and for now in the next season will play for the Washington Capitals. I'm not sure has he played in the preseason games for them yet, but in his Blues time he's been a pretty solid point scorer. 60 points on his best season, pretty solid goal scorer, and I think he'll play in the first line with Ovechkin and Backstrom. So I think his point potential will rise. I think with the team will play, if I'm wondering, he'll be a 65-70 point scorer next season, because Ovechkin is one of the better point scorers in the whole league. Last season got 81 points, 53 goals and 28 assists. Last season won the Rocket Trophy in goals, and on his best season has had 112 112 points and 65 goals, so definitely a goal scorer. Like to see the Ovechkin, Backstrom, Oshie line of work, because I think then Ovechkin's game would even get better because of Oshie. I'm not sure who did play in the first line, right wing last season. Then their first defense, Carl Larsson, 5th overall in the 07 entry draft. Not that kind of a point scorer, but great defensive defenseman. Very solid piece for the team, and he needs to be solid next season as well. Also doesn't take that many penalties, so very solid. John Carlson, 27th overall, and in the 08 entry draft last season, definitely his breakthrough season for every NHL fan. 55 points in 82 points for a defenseman is very solid, and next season he will be again a point scoring guy, playing in the first line with the offense that they have. He will be another deadly link in the first line. Great shot as well, like this guy as well, Matt Niskanen, 28th overall in the 05 entry draft last season, got 31 points for Capitals. Has played previously for Pittsburgh Penguins and Dallas Stars, and last season wasn't his best because 08-09, no, 13-14 season was his best. I think he played in the first line, that's why. I think last season Niskanen played in second line, so that's why he didn't reach the 40 point mark. But I think the second line has improved a lot, so Niskanen's points I think will rise also back to the 40 points. Then their starting goalie, Braden Holtby, last season was very good for him. 41 wins, 10 losses and 10 OTs. Played 73 games, I think. He played the most games last season, I think, and had a save percentage over 92. Will start in the starting goalie spot, and hopefully will be as great as last year, because he is a huge factor of the team. Then there are possible prospects that may come to the team sometime soon. Jacob Arana, first round pick. I think I've seen him play, I think, well, and then also Madison Bowie, that's the other one. The look, 13th overall was Rana in the 14 entry draft, and I think I saw him play in EHT, European Hockey Tournament, which is like a Champions League of hockey here in Europe. If you NHL fans aren't that aware of it, but I think he played, Linköping played in the same group as my hometown team, and I saw him play, I think. Then, but last season played for Hershey Bears 3 games, and for Linköping in Sweden. Next season, hopefully he'll play in the AHL, and a couple more seasons to come be in the NHL. I think he's a pretty good goal scorer. And then Madison Bowie, second round pick in the 2013 entry draft, 53rd overall by the Washington, and last season played for Kelowna Rockets in the Western Hockey League, got 60 points. Hopefully next season will play in the AHL. I think he will not fit to the NHL defense spot next season, but maybe in a couple seasons to come he'll be there. So that's the Wikipedia page, their roster and the prospects done. So what's the conclusion? Will this team, the roster that I took a look at, will make it to the playoffs? And I think it will. I think they've got a great solid first line, great solid second line, maybe in Johansson, Kuznetsov and Burkowski, and then a third line might be Brooks Laich, Jason Chimera, and maybe Justin Williams. And on fourth line we've got Tom Wilson, Michael Lada, and maybe Stanislav Galiev or Jay Beagle. So I think they've got great offense. Same can be said from the defense, very solid on every perspective. And now that they've got a solid point scorer in John Carson there, he will be a huge factor for the team, and great starting goalie. Maybe they should a little bit improve on their goalie spot, but they've got an experienced possible second goalie in Dan Ellis, then a little bit younger in Philip Grubauer, and on his best age in Justin Peters. But Braden Holtby, I think he'll play most of the games. Grubauer might be sent to the AHL spot, and Ellis will be just the third goalie or the second goalie battling against Peters. But that's my conclusion. I think the team will make it to the NHL. They've got every area of their team on great fit. I think Claude Julien, no, Barry Trotz is their head coach. I think he played a long time for the, well, he coached a long time the Nashville Predators, and they've been pretty successful. So Washington Capitals to the playoffs next season. Next time, the last team, Winnipeg Jets. Hopefully you enjoyed, and remember, you saw nothing. Bye.